Good day! We are going to have a literary analysis of the story Essential Things by Jorge Luis Arzola. Jorge Luis Arzola was born in 1966 in Hatibonico, Cuba. Arzola belongs to a new generation of writers, the so-called Novissimus. This generation is on the preceding one by the new awareness of national identity which has resulted following the Cuban Revolution, and on the other hand, following the political and economic crisis facing the country after the fall of Iron Curtain, and it questioned these ideals. So let us move on to the elements of the story. Characters: the boy, the girl, and her lover. Settings: the sea.
Exposition. Many things are not just blank space in my memory, but there was the sea, the fragrant journey, and the galley from Carthage, and the boy so very like me, my friend, I believe. But his lover, that girl whose eyes spoke of desire and things of which I knew nothing then.
Rising action. I was running away. The girl and her lover and the other boy too. We were all escaping. From what? From whom? From where and to where? I was coming, going, running back home, and there was the smell of the sea, and of course, the sea itself, and a port from which to weigh anchor, and a galley, a sailing ship, a vast steamship ready to weigh anchor.
Climax. The important thing, though, was that there was three of us decided to run away from the village together. And early one morning, we left. I remember that it was a long, hard walk until we found the sea and could feel that we were entering null and void that now distant. An imaginable village, which may never have been anything but my way, our way of giving a name to our fear. Although now I don't even know why I mention it, since I've never said anything about neighbor or judge, with which all village everywhere crowd.
Falling action. The fact is that one day we found the sea and set joyfully, and that on another day, at last, my beloved and the boy met behind a crate of salt on the deck. At that time, I was perhaps in my first-class cabin, drinking whiskey or talking to the man in charge of the galley, while he whipped the Scythian Norseman who complained ceaselessly. Resolution. But before us, immense, lay the sea, and on my waist, I suddenly felt the boy's hand. It was delicate, almost girlish hand. The sun was setting in the distance, and there was a breeze, and we were free. And then I no longer felt quite so sad. Conflict. Man versus society. The conflict is man versus society because the protagonist is escaping from the strangling hands of their village. Theme: freedom. The theme of the story is about freedom because the story revolves on how the three friends ran away from their suffocating village to sail across the sea to find freedom.
The tone of the story felt agitated and oppressed because the characters are being stripped of their freedom. The story made the readers feel reflective and hopeful because of how the three friends took the courage to find their luck on the vastness of the sea and experience being liberated. The story impacted my life in a way that for some reason I also wanted to find my very own freedom. Being able to express myself without minding what others would think as long as I am not ruining other people's lives. I wanted to find my sea of passion and happiness, sailing across it along my life journey. And that concludes our literary analysis.